My name is Rui Imai. Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk about India and why understanding cross-cultural communication and negotiation is so important in intercultural business. Why India? India is one of the world's fastest growing economies and currently takes as the fifth largest. It's home to major industries like technology, pharmaceuticals, textiles, and automobiles. With a massive and rapidly expanding market, India offers countless opportunities for business around the world. Cultural diversity. What makes India stand out is its independence cultural diversity, with 22 official languages, numerous religions, and a rich variety of traditions. It's a fascinating place. However, this diversity can also bring challenges, especially in business. To succeed, it's critical to understand and respect these cultural differences. How business works in India. India's business culture is deeply rooted in relationships, respect for hierarchy, and a more indirect style of communication. For example, building trust and nurturing long-term connections are often prioritized over closing quick deals. This approach contrasts with many Western business practices, which tend to be more direct and more direct. Conclusion: by understanding India's culture and economic landscape, we can navigate cross-cultural interactions more effectively and create meaningful international partnerships as a major player in the global economy. Knowing how to work with India is key to success in today's interconnected world.
Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Nursabarina binti Abdul Rahman. Today I will presenting key type and the process of for effective negotiation in India. So understanding cultural nuances and businesses are practiced in crucial when entering discussion in dynamic markets. So let's dive in. First is a key negotiation steps in India. So number one is build personal relationship. In India, trust and rapport are the foundations of successful businesses dealings. It's important to focus on personal connections before discussing the business. Number two, be patient. Negotiation in India can be a time-consuming. Expect a delay and remain patient throughout the process. So, number three, respect hierarchy. Many decisions require approval from the senior executive. Always consider the importance of hierarchy in the decisions making process. Move on to number 4 is showing flexibility. Bargaining in India is often irritative. Be prepared to adjust your teams and revisit point multiple times. And last but not least is number 5, be culturally sensitive, which is avoid discussing sensitive topic like a politics or religion, as this can derail the conversations. Next, I'm going to explain about negotiations process in India. So I have some of typical negotiations process in India, which is consist of 5 key stage. Number 1 is preparations. So start by researching cultural norms, the company's hierarchical structures, and their business practice. This groundwork will help you align your approach with local expectations. Number 2, which is a relations building. Before jumping into the business discussion, spend time build trust, engage in casual conversations over meals or teas. Is an essential step to establish rapport. Next, discussions, which is during the discussions phase, exchange proposal and listen carefully to feedback. Communications may be indirect and responses can take time. Be patient and flexible. So number 4, we have a decisions making. Decision making in India often involves multiple stakeholders, allows sufficient time for internal consultation and approval from a senior executive. And number 5, we have closure. Ensure all agreements are documented clearly. Verbal promises are common but may not always translate into the formal actions, so a written agreement is essential. That's it for my part. Thank you.
My name is Ahmad Adib. Today, we will be diving into the fascinating world of bargaining behavior in India, an approach deeply influenced by the country, culture and tradition. Understanding this behavior is not just a tool for better negotiation, but also a gateway to building meaningful and lasting business relationship in one of the most dynamic economy in the world. Okay, let's get started. Let's begin with the general approach in India. Bargaining is both collaborative and competitive while securing a favorable outcome is important. Building trust and relationship takes precedence. Indian negotiators don't rush into business matter right away. They often invest in time in informal conversation to understand their counterparts personally. This is because they value long-term partnership over short-term gains, which is cornerstone of their negotiation style. Now, let's explore 3 key cultural factors that influence bargaining in India. First, collectivism. India is a collective society where relationship and group harmony are highly valued. This means that negotiations are often approached which focus on mutual benefit rather than individual advantage. Second, hierarchy. In India, culture is hierarchical and this extends to business decisions are typically made by senior leaders. So, it's essential to understand and respect to change of command during negotiation. Third, time orientation. Patience is critical in India. Negotiation, discussion are often detailed and elaborate, which multiply round of revision. Trying to rush the process can be seen as disrespectful. Indian negotiators use a range of tactics and strategies, including first, small talk. Building trust often begins with casual conversation before any business discuss. This helps set positive tone and establish rapport. Second, indirect communication. They tend to avoid direct confrontation or rejection, opting instead of subtle and diplomatic ways of expressing disagreement or hesitation. Incremental occasion. Occasion are made gradually through a series of exchanging, fostering a sense of collaborating and fairness. Okay, let's consider a real life scenario. A multinational company planning a joint venture with an Indian firm. Before formal discussion begin, the India team hosts multiple informal dinners and casual meeting to establish a foundation trust. This relationship building phase allow both parties to align on shared value and expectation, leading to smoother and more productive negotiation later. Okay, tips for effective. To successful navigate negotiation in India, here are some practical tips. First, focus on relationship. Take time to build trust and rapport before discussing business. Second, respect the hierarchies. Always address senior decision makers with different and respect. Third, be patient. Allow the process to unfold naturally without pressuring for resolution. Fourth, be flexible. Be prepared to adapt to change in strategies or priorities during the negotiation. Okay, thank you.
My name is Najhan. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to dive into aspect of Indian culture decision making. We will explore how cultural tradition, social structure, and family dynamic shape these processes, both in personal and professional context. Let's begin. Let's start with decision making in Indian culture. Decision making is typically collective rather than individual. This means that choices, big or small, are often made with input from family members, elder, and sometimes even the community. In India, family play a central role in decision making. It is common for individuals to consult parents or elder about major life decisions such as career choices, marriage, or moving into the new location. This sense of shared responsibility ensures that decisions reflect the collective well-being of the family or community rather than just individual desire. Another key element in Indian decision making is the respect for elder and authority figures. In India, decisions, especially important ones, are often made by consulting families, elder, or the senior members of society. This reverence for elders is rooted in tradition where older family members or leaders are seen as the guardian of wisdom and knowledge. Even in a modern corporate setting, decision making may still follow a hierarchical model. Senior manager or business owner typically make the final decision, with the lower level employees expected to follow suit. Indian society places a significant emphasis of community and collective responsibility. While individual desires are important, decisions are often made in consideration of their impact on the family or broader community. For example, in arranged marriage, the decision is not only made by the couple, it involves both family and sometimes even the extended community. This collective approach ensures harmony and support, though it may sometimes limit individual freedom in decision making. Moreover, even in business, there is often an emphasis on consensus before making a major decision. Leader may consult with the key stakeholders to ensure alignment with the group interests.
Okay, back again with me, Nursabarina binti Abdul. Now I will explain about communication styles in India. So, communication in India combines indirect verbal language and cultural rich non-verbal cues, essentials for building trust and ensuring successful negotiations. For the key points, now I'm going to talk about verbal communication, which is a number one, indirect approach. Avoids direct confrontations. Phrase like "I think about it" may imply hesitations. Number two, politeness and respect. Use titles like sir or ma'am and start with a warm greeting. Number three, storytelling. Points are often explained with the example or stories, require a patience. Number four is language use. English is common in businesses but reflect humility and respect. Now I will move on to non-verbal communications. So, number one is head nod. Side-to-side nod can mean yes or I agree, depending on the contents. Number two is a personal speech, which is informal conversations may involve closer proximity. Number three, we have eye contact, which is balancing your eye contact is appreciated. Prolonged staring is avoided. Number five, we have smile and gesture, which is smiles create friendliness, but pointing or touching the head is impolite. So, all here I will explain about impact on negotiation, which is number one is trust is built through indirect styles but requires careful interpretations. Number two, we have patience is essential due to the focus on relationship building. Last but not least, confirm agreement in writing to avoid misunderstanding. Thank you. That's it from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Now let's turn to conflict management. Conflict are a natural part of any culture, but in India, there are specific cultural approaches to resolving disagreement. The goal in Indian culture is often to avoid direct confrontation. This is rooted in the desire to maintain harmony and respect for relationship. When conflict arises, the preferred approach is often to handle them indirectly. This might mean using intermediaries to mediate the issue or employing subtle communication strategies to avoid open conflict. The aim is to preserve relationships while addressing to the issue at hand. Mediation plays an important role in resolving conflict in Indian culture. In many situations, especially within families, elder or respected community members often serve mediators to resolve dispute. In family dispute, for instance, parents, uncle or aunts might intervene to mediate and help find a compromise. In professional settings, a senior leader or even a third-party professional might step in to facilitate discussion and offer a resolution that suits everyone. This reflects the cultural preference for maintaining harmony and social cohesion over winning an argument or achieving personal victory. Conflict avoidance is a key feature of Indian culture. Direct confrontation is often seen as disruptive and disrespectful. Instead, people might use indirect communication to express disagreement or dissatisfaction. This could include non-verbal cues, third-party discussion, or even expressing concern through humor and subtlety. For example, in a workplace, an employee may not directly challenge their boss in front of the team. Instead, they may express concern in private or in a less confrontational manner, allowing for the issue to be addressed without damaging the relationship. Religion and spirituality also play an important role in conflict resolution in India. Many people seek advice from spiritual leaders or consult religious texts for guidance. During conflicts, religious value often emphasize forgiveness, patience, and non-violence, which can influence how conflicts are handled. In many cases, individuals might seek blessing from a priest or engage in spiritual practice such as meditation or prayer to find peace and clarity before resolving a dispute. As India modernizes and becomes more globalized, there are shifts in how both decision making and conflict management occur. Younger generation, particularly in urban area, are adopting more direct communication style and individualistic approaches to decision making. While traditional values still hold strong, younger people often seek to make decisions that align with their personal aspiration, even if it means challenging established norms. Similarly, conflicts are more likely to be addressed openly, especially in the workplace where there is increasing emphasis on transparency and accountability. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohd Haikal. So what we can conclude of Indian cross-culture communication and negotiation is it taught us how the culture affect business. In India, building trust and personal relationship is very important before talking about business. Without trust, business discussion might not go well. We also learned that Indians often communication indirectly during negotiation to keep peace and avoid conflict. Their bargaining style focus on finding solution that work for everyone instead of being too aggressive. When it comes to decision making, India usually follows a top-down approach where leader or senior people make the decisions. However, they also respect team members by considering their input. This lesson show that understanding and respecting Indian's culture very important for doing business successful in this country. The reflection that we get in this project is it helps us understand how Indian culture shape business practices. For example, we were surprised to see how much focus there is in building relationship before starting business. Thoughts and different from other countries that focus more on tasks. We also learn the importance of being patient and adaptable. In India, negotiation takes time because people prioritize trust and agreement. This taught us to value the process instead of rushing for quick result. As a team, we improve our collaboration skills. Everyone share their ideas and we work together to create a good presentation. Overall, we learn that cultural awareness is not just about knowing fact but also about understanding and respecting people. These lessons will help us when we work with Indian businesses or other cultures in the future. That's all from me. See you in the next video. Ciao.
Aku tak record.
Align your approach with local expectations.
Very tired ah.
Very tired?
Long way to go. Carukan tak? Mana?
This means that